No, AOK IPA India Pale Ale. It's made in Birmingham, Alabama, which is right outside of Talladega.
Well, we are live. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live from the Snake Pit in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host once again, Dakota. What up, Dakota?
What up, y'all? I am still on the road. Please, God, someone help me.
God save his soul.
Hey, fun fact, I'm like really close to Bubba's hometown of Mobile, Alabama. I'm down here in South Alabama looking for my soul. And I'm just still here for the show. But, dude, the boy, friend of the show, our boy, PKJared, Jared that comes out the drum roll is fucking the dirt race king lately is what it seems. What's up, Jared? Say hey.
What up? I am stoked to be back on the Chairgatin podcast. Fun fact for everyone that's watching and will be listening, Chairgatin was my number one most listened podcast on Spotify last year. So I feel like I'm
fucking OG
with some celebrities right now. Like
there
this
you
is
go.
an honor
That's
to be
you, man. That's you. Look at that stash. But dude, let's get this thing started.
All right, let's get into it. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock flag and eagle.
Oh man, we went to the Poconos. Back to the Poconos.
It's always a good time in the Poconos.
Dude, Jared, how far is Pocono from your house?
It's about 2.5 hours, all interstate the whole way.
Do you consider
nice
that
drive.
your local track, NASCAR track?
Yeah, it's definitely my NASCAR home track. Watkins Glen's awesome. A little bit farther, but Pocono is definitely the closest, and it's the one that I've been going to every year since 2007, so it definitely has a special place in my heart.
Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome. I'm stoked you got to be there and give us an insider tip. But NASCAR went to the Poconos, and I literally, the last couple of years, I think Pocono's really been, like, growing on me a ton. We've always had strategy. We've always had fuel mileage and stuff, but it's kind of its own beast. The Tricky Triangle is – I feel like as it wears, I guess they like to say snow and sun and snow and sun. It's like that track just gets better and better and better, man. I've really liked Pocono, and I was really curious how this car did, and I think it gave us a show. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That the track was or the expectations I had coming in was like I was super hopeful that this new car was going to give a lot better racing, plus mixed with the strategy aspect. As the race went on, I'm like, all right, we're getting the strategy race of the year because we normally get maybe one or two true strategy races throughout the year. And as it was unfolding, I mean, the first couple stages with all the cautions, the guys spinning out was kind of sucked up in the stands watching caution lap after caution lap, and I was like, all right, let's get those rolling. But then once it started, we started getting those long green flag runs, and you started seeing different pit cycles go through, and I was like, wow, we got an interesting race on our hands. Like everyone was on different strategies. There was cars just going around the whole time, and like, man, I honestly didn't know who was going to win. And then we get down to the end with those, then everyone ended up being on the same cycle with about 40 to go. But regardless, if it would have stayed green, we were going to be in for a very interesting finish.
I'm not sure how much you knew on being there, but like on TV, we had a great fuel mileage race brewing. Like they were talking about Denny was 2 laps short. Kyle was saving, Chase is better saving. And it was like, ooh, what's going to happen? And then when Ryan Blaney lost it off 3, it fucking changed everything.
Yeah. I was trying to keep up. So like, what was the pit window? Was it like 40 laps or so?
I think it was shorter than that.
A little bit shorter than that?
It was something like that, but it was like they showed everybody's stops. Like everybody kind of made some green flag stops. And they showed how Denny came in and they threw the second can in and then dropped the jack and Denny took off. But everybody else kind of like waited, got like the tires were good, and then they waited and were like, all right, go. Like they showed how Denny was short.
Yeah, it was nice that they like pointed that out on TV too, because Fox wouldn't have.
Great coverage. Yeah, no, they like showed us how Denny was like 2 seconds faster than everybody, and he also got 2 seconds less of fuel.
Yeah, before all like that stuff, like whenever Hamlin and those guys were like actually up in the lead, I thought the group beforehand, it was like Blaney was in there, I think Eric Jones was in there, Suarez was in there. I was telling my dad, like, I think this group's going to win because they got to pit one more time with like 40 to go or something, whereas everyone else is going to have to pit at the stage and then one more time after that. I was like, all right, so this group, like that's where I thought that group was going to win. So I thought Ryan Blaney was either going to win or Eric Jones was going to win. I was really impressed with Eric Jones this week. This week, I just saw him.
He was running. He was one run, and he drove all the way to the lead.
Yeah,
I was like, "Yo, watch the fuck out! Like, what do we got here?"
Yeah, that's the cool thing I liked about the Pocono and the fuel strategy race was I was able to see the different like strategies work out, and then I just started following different guys just to see how they would do. Or it's even cooler seeing like I think it was whenever there was the last pit stop with Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain. Like Kyle pitted first, and then it was fun. It was fun to just track Ross Chastain the whole way around to see where Kyle beat him out first, or vice versa. Or that was just fun to watch, and I was sitting up high enough where I could see the whole track around, and I was able to just follow them where they're at. And like, man, this is going to be a good race right here. This is the race right here.
At Pocono, is it hard to see the tunnel turn? Can you kind of see?
No, you can see it perfectly. If you're, I'm the start finish line. It was probably about 2 sections over from my left, and I'm sitting maybe like 4 rows from like the very top up there. You can see the entire stretch from 1 to 2. So I was able to see the whole Denny Chastain incident. It's kind of hard.
The same seat every single year. Is that like your spot?
Yep, 218, 44, seats 1 and 2.
Nice.
We've been there since 2007.
He knows it.
Yep,
I do know it, but yeah, turn from 2 to 3. It's a little bit harder to see just because that's where all the campers are at and how the banking track works or whatever. But I can pretty much see everything once they get right out from turn 3. I can see them whole way down, whole way to turn 1, and yeah.
And so you've been going every single year. You said since 2007.
Yes.
Okay. In terms of attendance, how did it look this year compared to races?
Okay, so I will say I think I got the best taste of the old school NASCAR race. It looked packed. I actually had normally like there'll be a couple like a good amount of empty seats around like where I'm sitting. It was packed. Like there was literally people sitting in front of me and people sitting beside me and people sitting behind me, like around like crowded area. You know, like
posers, get out of here.
Yeah, I was like, what do you got? I'm like, whoa, we got some new people here, and like there was really, it was in a way it was kind of hard to find like a big open area of seats to like find. And I think they even said on the speakers like they had a sold out grandstand, and just seeing all the campers in the infield, like that was it felt like
stacked, dude.
It felt to me, like as an adult now, it kind of reminded me of like whenever I first started going, like 07, 08, 09, 10. Like there was just so many people there. Like the lines were super long everywhere you'd go. Like even the tunnel to get down to pit road, it was from like the start finish line. The tunnel's like right underneath the start finish line. So it was like from the start finish line almost to like maybe the middle of turn 3, and it was crazy. There was a lot of people. There was a lot of people.
Pocono looks lit, man. Like we got to come up there and you got to give us the fucking tour because it looks like a northern Dega.
I'll give you a tour. Pennsylvania people are cool.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome, man. We gotta book that in.
I think you should.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you go to a lot of the races up north. It seems like. Where would you rank Pocono in terms of attending a race?
Probably like, are you talking about like out of any track in Pennsylvania or?
No, like compared to the other NASCAR races that you go to.
I mean, I'm gonna be biased and say it's like number 1 priority. Like you got to go to Pocono if you're going to a NASCAR race.
Interesting.
Like especially as we've seen, you guys have seen on TV now. Like that's like our one strategy race we get here.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's like, and it's like it's not a true road course race, but in a way it's kind of like a road course race, but it's also an oval race. There's just so many different elements of racing that you get to see. Like you get to see the strategy. You actually do get there was really good racing throughout.
Yeah.
Like there was some passing.
Comers and goers, and when we got those runs, you could see tire fall off, like guys slipping and sliding, and like guys coming to the front, guys falling off.
I like watching a race not knowing who the winner is going to be, just because, like, you know, early on, my dad was like, "Oh, I think Larson and Chase are going to run away with it." I'm like, I don't know, I hope not. And then, you know, you see Kyle Busch is leading some laps, then you see Ryan Blaney's leading some laps, then you see Ross Chastain's leading some laps, then Denny Hamlin's leading laps. Like I think that's like textbook good race right there.
Yeah. Man, I don't. Yeah, Pocono's really grown on me. I love it. How do you feel with the one date? I think it's kind of a success. Like they give the good bang for your buck with the three headers.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it. I think it sucks, like personally, because it was cool to go to 2 races there a year.
Yeah.
But you used to always have Pocono like early June, end of July, like that in that sort of range. So let's say you're a family in Pennsylvania that likes racing, like, oh, which one are we going to go to? We're going to go to both. We're going to go to June. We're going to go to July. You put it like smack dab right at the end, like middle of summer. Like everyone can plan their vacations around that.
Yeah, I think it's a little less is more kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly think there were probably more people there than the doubleheader last year, because I thought last year was packed. This year there was definitely a lot more people than there were last year.
Pocono's coming back, maybe.
Is that area like a touristy area? I know people go to the Pocono Mountains.
Pocono. Well, the good thing about the Pocono is you got the Pocono Mountain Resort. I mean, Philly's not that far. New York City's not that far. So, in terms of marketing wise, and the fact that it's in Northeast United States, like us Northeastern people don't really get that much NASCAR wise. Like we got New Hampshire, Dover, Pocono. That's about it, if you think about it.
What if I was gonna come with you to Pocono? Where would I fly to?
Probably. I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
Probably Philly.
Probably Philly would be probably be my best guess. Would be Philly. Unless there's one. I mean, Scranton is Scranton popular enough to have an airport? Do you know?
I mean, it's popular enough to have a hit TV show.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering. Like, if they have an airport there, then Scranton's like right on the way.
Scranton, Pennsylvania Tourism Board is blown up.
Yeah, I'm flying to Scranton. I'm like the second person in the airport.
Oh, this is a great
how's
question
the traffic
too.
Getting in I saw people talking about it on Twitter.
Pocono used to be, from the interstate to the track, it used to be a 2-lane, like just 2 lanes, just your regular road. They expanded it to 3 lanes. So once we got out of like the parking lot area, like it was smooth sailing. Like we were maybe out in no time. Like I was probably home by 10:30ish, 10:30, 11. So the longest wait was just in the parking lot, just as everyone, how
it's a blessing and a curse. You're like, God dang, I'm waiting, but hey, look at all these people are here. I'm waiting in traffic.
Yeah, like that was the cool part.
That's how Charlotte was. It was like, God dang, man. But it was like, hey, there's a lot of people here.
That's how I found out Chase Elliott won. It was in the parking lot. Like Chase Elliott fan, this dude was like riding a golf cart or some sort of thing or whatever. He's like, oh, Chase Elliott won. Woo!
You're like, what? Like, those guys must be fucked up.
I'm like, no way. And then I look at my phone and see Bob Proctor's tweet, and it said 11 and 18 have been DQ'd. Chase Elliott is winner. I'm like, I actually laughed out loud whenever that happened. Like, he's gonna say psych, isn't he? And then more reporters started saying that. I'm like, that's fantastic.
I mean, we can just jump right in it. I think we should just jump right in it. Is fucking Denny fucking starts on the pole, spin to win, kicks ass, gets it done, holds off Kyle Busch, gets the win, and I was kind of like, damn,
Well, what else does he do, though? What else does Denny do to get a win?
Cheat.
I mean, he wrecked Ross. Can we discuss this before we jump to
Denny on his fucking battle to victory? We'll just back up. I forgot. We're gonna do Denny versus Ross round 7.
Round 7.
This was leading up good because Denny was like right there catching the top 5, and Kyle's up there and Ross up there, and you're like, this is gonna get spicy. There's I can't remember how many to go it was, but there was late yellow, and all of a sudden it's like, dude, Denny and Ross are starting side by side on the front row, like. Everybody, even had being there, everybody probably to be like, oh shit, this is like everybody was focused on this. So everybody's in the back.
Every single person there like knew exactly what was going to happen around there. Like as soon as that caution came out and they saw that, all right, it's going to be Ross, Denny 1-2. Yeah. As soon as it was cool because the choose cone was.
They're not coming back around. Is the way I saw. I was like, they're not coming back around.
Yeah, the choose cone. I saw Ross went high and Denny went low. I'm like. Come on, you knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah. And honestly, as a fucking sacrifice in this whole deal, I thought it could have been 1,000 times worse. Is Denny kind of so they go flying in? So you tell like Denny is fucking on the wheel, like he is hitting his shifts, and he's like, I'm not fucking backing out. And one thing I respected was Ross was like, I'm not backing out either, bitch. And they go flying into one, and Denny just fucking like, bye. And he just gives him like the slice of a notch. He could have just dumped him. I think that would have been kind of more crazy. However,
I don't think he wanted to take out the entire field because with how all the wrecks have been, but like just
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, your guy got taken out of that. Which I was telling my dad when that caution came out. I'm like, hey, the 4-car, the 4-car's up there, and I'm like,
I was watching. I knew exactly how good the moment was.
Yeah, and I was like, the Busch Alpha car is gonna win.
Denny kind of just like uses him up a little bit, but just like, hey, you're gonna run out of track. And Ross literally could have checked up and just came in behind him. Ross was going for it. I respected that part, but Denny was like, not today, buddy. And just like gives him the slightest kiss. You see Ross like, oh no, and just fucking slams the wall. I was thinking Ross was going to come back across the pack like we were about to have a Talladega run. And unfortunately, his momentum was stopped by the nose of the 4-car. Sent him packing the wall. The front 4 is freaking screwed up. No more casualties were involved. Everybody got away. And Denny's just sitting there like laughing. And then the infamous interview of Ross that Rattlesnake loves so much. Ross was kind of like, yeah, I had that coming. And I was kind of like, well, at least you owned it. And Rattlesnake was very displeased.
Yeah. God, dude. I wanted to like Ross this season. And I know a lot of people are like, good for him for owning up to it, blah, blah, blah. Dude, he owned up to it weeks ago. Like, he needs to grow some nuts already and fucking defend himself. Like, he knew Denny was going to run him up and against the wall. Fucking turn his ass.
Yeah.
Like, don't put up with that shit. He gets run up and into the wall. His day's ruined. He probably would have won the fucking race because he would have been DQ'd.
I thought
his car was fast.
That was the winning position. I mean, he would have won the race. And instead, he fucking gets knocked out. Denny doesn't even win the race. And he was just like, yeah, I had it coming. Fuck you, dude. Grow some balls.
I like how he didn't back out. Like, he could have totally just, like, gave Denny the position, but he didn't do that.
Well, that probably would have been smarter. He probably should have just done that.
No, it would have been smarter, but it was also, like, suicide because it's like, dude, you're not making it out of this corner.
So that's the thing. It's like, okay, if you're not going to have any balls about this, then just back up and, like, get into position behind him so at least your day's not ruined. He played it the worst way possible. I'm just sick and tired of it, man. Yeah. Ross, like, I can't cheer for you if you don't stand up for yourself. Because how is a fan supposed to stand up for you then? Like, it's just pitiful.
Hey, I got to stop racing like this, but I ain't going to stop racing like this. But I suck, so I should stop racing like this. And it's like, what? Like,
just go back to how you were racing, dude. You had one race where you got a little reckless.
Yeah, I don't care if you turn people and race hard. That's fine. It's just like, be like, yeah, I fucking turned them.
Right.
That's all I asked for.
Now, see, I feel like a situation in Ross's thing, if you're gonna race the way you do and keep wrecking people and stuff, and I feel like you can own it just because he has a winning speed car. And it's a completely different story if you have like Michael. Well, yeah, let's go with like Ty Dillon or something. Like if Ty Dillon goes out and wrecks people and like doesn't own that or something, you know what I'm trying to say with that? Like own that because you have a fast car and can back up your success with that.
I don't think he's any worse than anybody else. He had one really bad race that everybody got on him about that started the whole beef with Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin. But outside of that, he's no worse than Chase Elliott when it comes to fucking turning people,
Dude, and
it's just, I'm just getting sick and tired of it. It's like Ross lets everybody else bully him. He's letting Denny just run him all over the track, Chase Elliott all over the track. He lets the booth fucking give him hell and be like, how are you going to make amends to everybody? If I'm Ross, I'm like, how about y'all shut the fuck up and let me drive? I do my goddamn job.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. It's just I like grow some huevos. Let's get put some hair on your chest, be a big boy, and own it, dude. Like I'm kind of sad.
Just imagine that.
I ain't gonna stop racing like this, but I deserve to be picked on.
I mean, I didn't hate Denny. Post-race interview about it either. He was upfront about it.
He said he ran out of racetrack. I fucking died, dude.
He said, what did you want me to do? Like, he's kind of just like, yeah, I fucking did it. Like, I won the race, bitch. Like, I respect that too. I'm like, if he's going to let you do it, do it.
Did you see Denny's tweet today?
Which one?
The one with the trophy?
Yeah, he was as he's pouring the champagne. It's like live on eBay.
I fucking love Denny, dude. Like I am loving everything Denny. He's such a pimp. He's a G. Whether they got caught cheating or not, it is what it is. It's
dude,
like,
Jeff Burton hates Ross.
Yeah,
that's
Jeff
a fact. He was just like, well,
this
that wasn't even intentional. He clearly is just racing hard. That's just how it is. It's like, what the fuck are you talking? We can all see.
That's what I didn't get. Like, well, that's one thing I hate. They kind of any broadcast, they kind of church it up. Like, I don't know if he meant to get into him or not. It's like he turned right, dude.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I said.
What do you mean you don't know?
He went from the inside lane to up against the fucking wall, and there was somebody in between there. He fucking knew what was gonna happen. You know?
Did anyone?
They always try to church this shit up.
Did anyone ever even think that Denny was going to give him room coming off turn one?
No.
Is there anyone out there that would think?
We
all saw it coming. Like, that's the thing. So, like, stop pretending like this isn't a thing. You know, Jeff Burton, just be honest. Be like, he ran it. Like,
well, even with the Noah wreck back at the fucking Road America, they were like, I don't know. Did he might got loose. He got into him. It's like, you see Noah turn right from 10 feet away.
But the same thing, if that same thing happened, and instead of Ross saying it was Chase Elliott, what do you think Jeff Burton would be saying that?
Chase just got a little loose, you know.
No. I'm saying if Denny Hamlin did that same thing, but it was Chase Elliott that he did it.
Denny needs to get it together.
Exactly.
Denny,
he would have been like, we might need
to.
NASCAR needs to penalize him for that reckless behavior.
Yeah, dude, don't get me started. But dude, this is a debate me and Nathan had. He said, well, I guess they're even. I said, the fuck they are? I said, what do you mean? I said, Denny used Ross up here. Ross wrecked Denny like 4 times this year. He goes, yeah, but that was kind of overboard. Like, they're pretty even now. And I was like, no, not at all. He said, yeah, the score's 0-0. So the score's 3-1 Ross. Like, Denny still owes him like 3 more shots, I think.
I just wait till the playoffs.
I disagree.
I don't know. You think they're even?
I don't think there's such a thing as even or owed. I think it's who has the balls to keep it going and who's going to back down. I think Ross is trying to back down every single
please stop.
Right, exactly. He doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with Denny because Denny isn't going to back down. Denny will fucking turn you, you know?
Well, like,
he's old school.
So Ross ends up getting the DNF here from this. Okay, it's like, all right, yeah, I got you, but I still owe you another one. Or or not even like I owe you one, but you're still not getting a break from me.
I think that's how it should be. I think it would be like, I'm not going to purposely try to go after you, but if we're racing against each other, I'm fucking running you hard.
Yeah, I'll do that again, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's how a lot of relationships should be in NASCAR.
If
you have problems with each other.
What if Ross wrecks Denny again then? In some random racing.
And this is the problem. If Ross wrecks Denny, I want him to like own up to it and not be a little bitch about it.
Not be like, I don't deserve to drive.
Exactly. That's what annoys me.
Shit that drives me nuts.
I like Denny's attitude where he's like, what'd you want me to do? Like, I fucking love that, dude.
Yeah, I love Denny's attitude.
Right. He's just like, of course I did that. That's what Ross needs. That's what, if Ross call me, I'll be your PR guy and we'll sell shirts with you like flipping everybody off and saying like, fuck you. We'll turn you into like a Kyle Busch Jr. essentially. That's what he needs to be at this point.
Oh, yeah. And then Denny goes on to get the checkered flag.
Yep.
And we're all like, wow, look at these stats.
He gets it.
He gets the checker.
He
crosses the line first. So he ties Tony Stewart. Most Pocono wins, beats Jeff Gordon's record. Denny's awesome. His little girl comes out there crying for some reason. It's all great TV.
Which you weirdly hate.
It's weird. And 2 hours
it's
later.
Weird that you hate daughters coming out.
Me and Felicia are watching Stranger Things. And like I just hear my phone like fucking vibrating and vibrating.
Where are you in Stranger Things? You need to be specific.
I'm almost done with season 2.
Okay.
And
hurry up and get through that one. That one's
So I'm like, my phone keeps going off, and I'm like, God, I'm like, we're watching TV, chilling. I'm not getting on my phone.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like Nathan calls me, and I'm like, stop, dude. So like I hit vibrate, like I stopped, and I text him like, hey man,
he calls you. It's an emergency, dude.
Yeah. So I text him. I said, what's up, man? We're watching a show, and he's like, dude, check the group chat. And I was like, what? And I look, and it's like all this like
911.
Yeah. Code red. And it's like Denny disqualified, Kyle Busch disqualified, Chase Elliott's the leader. Dude, I paused the show right there, and I was like, are you fucking shitting me? I was like, are you fucking serious? I was like, this is the biggest crock of shit.
I didn't check my phone until after dinner. I was out to dinner with my family.
Yeah.
And I was checking our group message with some people, and I thought it was like a joke at first.
Dude,
Like, I legit
no
thought
fucking
like
way.
everyone was fucking with you because they know how much you hate Chase. And so I just thought it was a joke. And so I got on Twitter and I was like, no, this can't be real.
Dude, I was like, no fucking way. Like, you can always think of like what ifs or if there was other scenarios, but it was like fucking. Of course, Chase was in third.
Right. That's
of course
the
they
funniest
both.
part.
Of course they both were cheating and illegal disqualified, but Chase was in third,
That's the
and
best
Chase
part.
gets the win. I was like, this is a fucking joke, dude. I was like, this shit's rigged.
The best part is it being Chase Elliott. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't make the conspiracy theorists happier with.
I know. It was like,
Because
seriously.
They're immediately just like, oh, I told you so. I fucking told you so.
That was me. I was like, dude, I'm done. I was like, I'm fucking done. I don't even hate him anymore. Just fucking give him the championship. I don't care.
So, Jared, as a Kyle Busch fan, how did you feel about not getting second?
I was more upset that we didn't get the win after the dominant, like actually having a
he let the
fast and
most laps,
dominating
Chase
car.
win.
Like that was nice to see. I'm like, wow, I'm getting to see like an old school Kyle Busch like after the last
seemed like his
pitiful
day.
couple weeks. I'm like, man, Eminem's appreciation race. You know, I got to see Kenny Schrader, Ernie Irvin, David Gilliland pre-race.
Nice,
you know,
nice.
that was kind of cool seeing the whole Eminem's appreciation thing, and the president of Eminem's was out there, and everyone kept yelling like, "Why are you leaving the sport?"
I saw all
Keep
the Mars
sponsoring Kyle.
stuff. Yeah.
And it's super ironic that the M&M's car in the original like M&M scheme finishes dead last in the race on the appreciation tour. So that's shout out to Kyle Busch failing inspection.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. He does finish last because he was behind him.
Yep.
Wow.
36. But yeah, it was. I think I was more upset on that last pit stop where Ross beat him out on there because, you know, if Kyle's still leading, you know, we have a whole completely different race there. Like the Ross Denny thing doesn't happen, and you know, Kyle might actually get the win, and then
weird.
I would have been celebrating Kyle Busch win only to find out that he got disqualified and Chase Elliott win.
That's the thing. So that's like there's so many scenarios here. Imagine if that played out and they DQ'd him, and then like all the Kyle Busch rumors and all this shit. Like that would have been I think a bigger bombshell is if they took the win from Kyle.
By the way, Dakota,
so
I see that you're watching golf.
I was thinking about turning it off, and then I was like, well, it's golf. I'm going to let it play.
Yeah, so I really wasn't as upset about getting disqualified a second than I would have been if he would have won the race and gotten disqualified. So I'm like, that sucks. I guess we're at another 30th place finish, 30th or worst place finish.
It's been a rough ride, man. Yeah, I hate, and that's the thing is I saw everybody was like, if Kevin wasn't in that wreck, he would have been third and he would have won. I'm like, I'm so glad that did not happen. I would have been fucking ill as shit.
Yeah.
I would have been so fucking mad. Like,
and that would have been his first win, like in a long
time. I would have, and then I was like, I would have been like more pissed than the Chase Elliott did.
That actually would have sucked just because it would have been his first win in so long.
Yeah, I would.
If it was like his second win of the season, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But
that's the thing. I kind of fucking actually was like, okay, Chase, you know, this is the first thing you've said that I actually am okay with. As Chase was like, yeah, I crossed the line third. I don't really. I mean, you give me the point.
He said he wouldn't congratulate.
It's like, I don't want the trophy, and I'm not celebrating. I didn't win.
Yeah,
and I was like, Chase. Okay, man.
I told you, Chase himself, I don't think is a bad guy.
Maybe we can have a beer one day.
I think Chase Elliott himself seems like a good guy.
I'm telling y'all, when Kevin retires and I get a Napa hat, I'm going to blow all your fucking minds. That'll be when hell freezes over.
Oh, when you arrive.
Oh, yeah. Walking in with my Napa shirt. Speaking I mean, I don't
know.
What's
up, motherfuckers? Kick the door in.
And then seeing all this stuff, all the Chase fans being like, yeah, them cheating Yoders. We told y'all. It was like, dude, even Chase isn't even like crediting this. Like, why are y'all talking shit?
Did the Chase Elliott guy dump something on his head?
Yeah, he did a Coke video, the whole nine. They're going to give him a fucking promotion deal and sing the national anthem.
I love that. I'm trying to get him on the pod, but I don't know how to get a hold of him.
Dude, I'm a fucking god.
I want him on this podcast. He's hilarious.
We should do it.
I'm trying to. I've sent him DMs. Like, I don't know how to get a hold of him.
Well, he's probably getting lit up with all these retweets and reposts.
Well, he's got to, like, follow us back on shit, and so I don't know how to. Isn't that like such a catch-22 where it's like you have to DM somebody something, but they have to follow you back? But how can you get a hold of them to tell you to follow you back because you can't DM them?
I don't know.
You should be able to send like one initial message. Be like, hey, follow me back so we can talk.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, commercial bill? Damn.
Like,
But then, so NASCAR keeps stroking Chase Elliott. It just seems inevitable at this point. I think the regular season is, I think it's wrapped up. I think he's got it. I mean, do they keep this speed going? No, their finishes have been like first, second, first, and shit. It's wild, dude. So
yeah, Dakota, would you make fun of him if he came on the podcast?
Absolutely not.
Would you be mean?
No.
I'd be worried about you bullying him.
Look, my heart may be black, but I have one.
Yeah, I'd be worried about you bullying this kid.
No, I would not. What we'd have to worry about would be our fucking comment section. That's what we'd have to watch out.
I'd probably just not post any of the comments.
No. Just like, hey, man, you're a big hype. We're big fans. We want to get you
Me
on.
and Dakota can read the comments, but he wouldn't be able to. And so me and Dakota would be in
I'd be over here like.
Yeah, just in tears laughing at the comments. I guarantee it.
Dude, we would probably have our most views.
Our comment section's always on fire.
Vince Brent would have some really good comments, I bet.
So Chase gets credited with a fourth win. Well, fucking put an asterisk by it. Ty Gibbs' first start with all the ruckus, it ends up P16, his first time behind the wheel in the next gen. I think that says a lot.
Well,
I think
he finished 18th.
Okay, he finishes 18th.
I think this in terms of like actual finish.
And I think this ruffles a couple feathers and like shakes the can a little bit on how much longer does that little boy stay in Xfinity? I think he should stay one more year, but this also gets the rumor mill going with the Kyle effing Busch hot gossip. He's so hot right now. Is Ty Gibbs, baby, he's coming. My fucking guess is that Kyle stays in 18. Truex gets one more year, retires in 23. Ty comes to the 19 and 24 with Monster. That's my rough estimate.
I can't see him being in any other car besides the 18.
I see him being a 54 or something.
18's been Joe's number since he started the team, and it would only be fitting to have his grandson continue on the legacy of the 18. That's my 2 cents on that.
When do you think that would happen?
Next year.
Do you think that would be too soon?
I don't know. Here's the thing. Let's look at it from this perspective right now. So we don't know how long Kurt Busch is going to be out. Do we?
That's true. No, we don't. And it was confirmed as concussion.
We're hoping he comes out next week, but
let's put this.
Doors are closing.
It's a confirmed concussion. I don't know how long it takes to go. I know, like
I have a whole Dell Jr. thing here,
but I don't know about driving cars. Yeah,
Let's put this in perspective here. All right, let's hypothetically say Kurt Busch is hypothetically out for the next 4 weeks. All right, we got a road course, a short track, Michigan. You got 3 different types of tracks coming up. Let's say Ty Gibbs is in that car for the next 4 weeks or so. Finishes top 20, maybe gets a top 10 or something in there. If you're a sponsor, now let's pretend you guys are sponsors.
Well, you have been thinking about this.
Hold on, maybe gets a top. There's a big difference. Is he finishing like just inside 20th every time, or is he a top 10 driver? Because there's a big difference in those two things.
Let's say like between 10th and 15th for 2, 1 top 10.
So he's getting like P12.
Yeah.
You're saying a top 10 also? He's getting like
just one top.
Okay, 10. This is not a realistic hypothetical anymore. This is absurd. You're saying he's going to get like 8th, 12th, 15th in 4 races in a car he's only driven once against the top competition in the world?
I mean, Pocono was a pretty difficult track, and to get thrown in there.
I don't know. Ty's a little road racer, dude.
I don't see him getting that.
I don't think a 10th place is out of the I think that's possible. I don't see like 8th and 5th and shit, but I think a 10th to Indy road course with Ty Gibbs in the 45, I'd put money on that.
Okay, so you're saying, but we're saying an 8th, a 12th, and a 15th.
No, I think that's unlikely. I think
maybe like a let's go. All right, let's say maybe a 19th, 17th, 12th, maybe a 9th, something like that.
You're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Anyway, the
All right,
number
moving on
number
though. We'll just
numbers statistics aside, if you're a sponsor though and you see Ty Gibbs is doing decently better than a lot of the other
Are
guys,
you
I think
fucking high?
I think this is where the whole contract negotiation things are. Is I think Joe is in a pickle right now because he has sponsors that might be like, "Hey, we'll sponsor you, but if you put Ty in the car," and he's still trying to look for guys like, "Hey, do you want to pay me a good amount to try to keep Kyle on the team?" That's where I'm thinking the whole
wait.
whole
So you're
contract.
thinking that there's sponsors out there that would only give them money if Ty Gibbs is racing and not Kyle Busch?
I can
think
see
Ty
that
comes with
because
Monster.
I can see that because I feel like there's going to be that sponsor that wants to be with Ty, like kind of like as like a Napa with Chase type of deal. You know how Napa came with Chase in 2016.
Yeah,
I feel like
but
there's going to be that.
I mean, I don't see. I think you are way overvaluing the Ty Gibbs name. I mean, he's a hot up and comer. He's 19 years old and he's driven this car once.
I just think you're rushing.
And we're talking about arguably the best driver in Cup Series. Like it's not even a competition.
I think Kurt retires in 23 as well with Truex, and with Reddick's coming, blah blah blah, and when Kurt retired in 23, Monster comes over with Ty in 24 to maybe the 18, maybe the 19, whatever. I think that's a perfect time for Monster to leave Kurt and come with Ty's introduction to the Cup Series.
That's fair.
The
Now,
18 Monster car with Ty Gibbs? Oh, shit.
Now, do you see a scenario where Kyle signs a 1-year deal in 23 and then goes somewhere else in 24?
I think that's more plausible than him leaving 18 this year.
Okay. Now, here's the other thing I also see. I feel like if Kyle Busch was so important to Gibbs,
thank you, Steve.
all right, Kyle would already been signed and they'll figure out sponsors and stuff later. All right. Like right now, Reddick got signed to Tony 311. We have no idea who the sponsor is going to be, what car he's going to be.
I can also tell you Reddick is a fraction of what Kyle Busch costs. It's a lot easier for
I think Kyle's got to get. I mean, this is all just what we know. We don't know anything. That we only know what they tell us and we read on Twitter. Is like Kyle's gonna have to understand that he's not gonna get the same pay rate he was making. It's like, hey, the times are changing. This is what it is.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
Do you think he retires or takes a pay cut?
Well, yeah, that's a tough question. I don't know about his financial situation and how well he's set up for the future.
Hey, instead of 25 mil, you're going to make 15 mil.
No, but my point is I think there's a team that's willing to pay him whatever it costs to get him in a ride.
Stewart Haas.
RCR.
Now, that's the only thing is
I mean, there's teams that can use – he is the best driver. And I don't know. I think just to say he's going to have to accept less is kind of a blatant term that I
agree he is the shit. I just think that almost it's an eyesore to his dynasty, his legacy, what you say, is I don't think he goes to the 10 car and keeps winning races and running for championships. I don't think he goes to the 8 car and maybe the 8 car is more fucking makes more sense. The 3, Austin Dillon hits the road and you put college. You want to talk about throwing a grenade in a fucking house?
It's not going to happen, but
it wouldn't happen. But I'm here for it.
Oh, you know how funny that'd be? Imagine all the 3 tattoos.
Imagine how many people's heads would explode and fuck.
I would be a 3 fan that would remain a diehard fan. I would go full Kyle fucking Busch. I might get a KFB tattooed with a 3 on me.
If I was him, I would do whatever I had to do to stay in that 18.
I don't agree. If I'm Kyle Busch, I say you do whatever you have to do to keep me in the 18. Because the 18 ain't shit without Kyle Busch. The 18 is just a number without Kyle Busch.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's
he's
the
one.
Too.
I mean,
that's the thing too. Is if let's just say Kyle does leave Gibbs this year, Ty's coming. Do you rush Ty up? I mean, Ty. If anybody was going to replace Kyle Busch, I think Ty is the guy. I don't think you're not putting Brandon Jones in there. You're not bringing up John Hunter Nemechek. Ty is the guy. Okay, Ty in 18. I have take a couple years, give him some time. Ty's going to be great. He's here for a long time. But then when Truex retires in 23, who takes the 19?
John Hunter Nemechek, maybe.
I mean, I think that's more of like an alliance shoe in, but it's also I don't see John Hunter doing shit.
Bring Eric Jones back.
I don't know. I think there could be some swapperoos going on.
I don't know. These next 2 years actually are going to be kind of interesting just to see
They
where all the
are.
free agents. Because like even after next year, like Joey Logano's contract's up after next year.
I think Joey dies in the 22.
Ryan
Yeah.
Blaney this year is a low key free agent. Not a lot of people are talking about.
Right.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Not like he's not going to.
I think like Noah's like we talk about. I vote that Ty needs another year in Xfinity. He's 19. Like he's in his second season. I think he needs another season. Noah's ready. Noah's Cup ready, but I don't like really any of the options for him where he could go.
If he wanted to wait a full another season, which is a long time for him, there's the 8.
There's better opportunities, and I like him going to RCR, but like the rumor with him going to the 42 GMS Petty just sounds like a waste of everybody's fucking time.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna run fucking 25th.
That's gonna be like a career killer there for him.
Yeah, we're taking the Todd Gillow and John Hunter route. Like, if something opened up for Noah to be like, dude, now that's a fucking good pair. I'm like, okay, yeah, Noah, this is it. But like, I don't really see anywhere for Noah to go that's worth a fuck.
Yeah, unless JRM ever gets a cup.
JRM gets a cup program like college.
That's like the best possible scenario for him.
I like that better than GMS Petty.
Like he's just wasting his time if he goes to the 42.
I think if he goes to the 42, that hurts his career. What up, dude?
I don't see him in the 42. Yeah.
I think it's a bad move.
I think Noah goes to the 8 next year. Yeah, see,
I've been talking about that.
Listen. I've seen this where people say that they're just going to cut Tyler Reddick.
And I have
yet to see an argument for why that makes any sense.
I'm right there with you. Like, hey, he just signed a 1-year deal. They're just going to scratch that up and throw it away.
Look, if they can get Kyle Busch, then sure, cut the contract loose, let him go. But they're not going to be able to replace Tyler Reddick with any better driver in the 8, and they have him for a full another season that Tyler Reddick has committed to. And I believe him when he says he's not going to slow down just because he's leaving the team. I fully think that he will go as hard as he can. It doesn't make any sense for RCR to cut it. It doesn't make any
actually, because you're going to leave us, we're going to send you packing, buddy. Hey, instead, we're going to make a shit ton of money with you the rest of this year and the rest of next year. And because your sponsor's going to sponsor you next year and pay all this money, we're going to keep you right here, dude.
The only other thing that might make sense is if 2311 was like, we want him now, we're willing to pay
get a
you.
Third car.
What does it cost to get him off of your team and onto ours? What do we got to pay you? But I just don't think they would be able to pay enough to RCR because they just can't find the talent to like fill him.
What's Austin Dillon's contract?
Red Dog can still win them. Yeah, exactly. Like he can do something.
Yeah.
I think Austin's is up after this year also.
You keep them. Is up after this year?
Chris Buescher's is up. I actually did a chart last night on all the
oh my god!
You said Austin Dillon's contract's up?
I think
yes.
I think Bean stays in the. I think he's got a good home in the 17. I think Brad and him make a good little duo. I like
also, Austin Dillon's contract really doesn't mean shit when your attorney that represents you is probably the same attorney as your the team owner. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just there's conflict of interest.
I think Austin retires when he wants to.
Exactly, and if they want to get rid of him, his contract means nothing. Like it's just a family situation at that point. So his contract being up really.
At what time does he start doing TV shows and broadcasting? Yeah. I think Austin would make a better broadcast.
Now, okay, Rattlesnake. This is a question for you. Could you see Austin Dillon pulling some sort of dramatic move to leave the 3-car just for TV views?
What do you mean?
Like let's just say like he decides to go somewhere else and then goes on his TV show and is like, I wanted to try to get out of the family shadow name. I'm gonna go win races on my own or something.
What are the odds of this happening?
Wouldn't that be funny if that? It's more of like, wouldn't that be funny if he were to do something like that?
It would probably help the TV show if he cares more about that than his career. Then
I see Austin pulling the Carl Edwards before I see him going to another car.
Yeah,
I see him just being like, "Hey, I had a good run."
Why would he do anything else? I mean, he's been gifted.
Austin Dillon signs with Fox as Clint retires to be with his family.
Look, I've said before, and I still stick to this. I think he's slowed down in his career for whatever reason. What I don't know, TV shows going on. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think if he was in better equipment on a different team, he would have had a lot more wins.
If I said comment.
That's why I didn't know, like, I mean,
That is gold, dude.
people would pay.
Yeah,
People would pay a lot.
I would fucking pay for that shit. That was fucking funny. Oh man.
The problem is I don't know, man. Put Noah in the 3, and I don't think he gets a win either. I think RCR has a lot more problems than Austin Dillon's talent.
I like Noah in the 3 as a fresh.
I mean, it'd be badass. He has the attitude for it, for
He
sure.
would be perfect in the 3. It's a perfect duo.
I would just keep cheering for the 3 if he goes to the 3, 100%.
Noah goes to 3. That's a contender for.
I just think, just to say, just put anybody else in the 3. I think people are overestimating the quality of equipment that RCR puts out every single week.
Well, it's weird because the 8 either is in 21st or he's second, like yesterday.
Right, and I think that's mostly because of Tyler Reddick. And
yeah.
I think that's why he's leaving RCR. He wants to go to a team that can give him better equipment.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't either. I mean, it sucks. I wanted him to stay at RCR, but 2311's so hot right now.
This is so hot right now.
So hot.
I don't know, man. A lot of silly season rumors.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. The next just 2 years are gonna be fucking huge.
Well, before we move on to the next couple things, we should do a race rating.
Ooh,
we never actually.
Pocono.
Oh, good, bad, ugly. We forgot to do that also for this race.
Yeah, okay. We're breaking it all. We're all over the place tonight. We'll give our good, bad, and ugly. I'll start it off. Jared, this is our new section. If you've watched and been listening, you probably know. But good, bad, and ugly of the. Oh yeah, that's fucking hot right there. Tyler just gets more out of a car than Austin. Yep. That's absolutely correct.
Yep.
Austin is just really pretty face, not really pretty feet on the gas pedals.
Whatever, dude. He's got talent. I don't fucking.
I like Austin. I'm just saying, come on, man.
Yeah, I think at this point in his career, I think he just might care.
We're coming to a crossroads.
Exactly.
All
right.
Good, bad, and ugly of Pocono. I just want to say the good was the next gen put on a hell of a show, and we didn't see a worse race at Pocono. I think we definitely saw a better race than the previous package we had. Look at Denise taking out Ross and fucking. Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel you there, man.
Am I next, or is Rattlesnake
next? You can go for it. Yeah,
I'd say attendance, and all the stuff that they were doing pre-race. Like the M&M's appreciation, stage that they had all the former M&M's guys come up there and just talk about racing and stuff. That was kind of cool. So there was we talked about it earlier. Attendance was awesome. There was definitely a lot of people there, and I think everyone got what they paid for the race. So that's my good. Mm-hmm. I did.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I meant to ask you. I know you were worried about the heat before, but it looks like the weather ended up being really nice.
Yeah, was that hot there? What is Pocono heat?
Hot and humid. It was like high 80s with some humidity and stuff. It just felt like. God. It felt like a nice old school summer NASCAR race.
But that's not hot, right? That's really cool.
For Pennsylvania, it's definitely we're getting hit with a little. That
would be considered hot.
I saw people on Twitter
I'm not even trying to be a dick. I saw it was 88 degrees. Is that considered hot there?
I would say so. 80s and 90s are hot for us.
88, dude. I thought that looked like paradise. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome.
It was awesome.
I mean, it's hot. You're in the sun, but it's just when I hear Northerners talk about heat, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, come on, 88. That's
no offense, Jared. When I hear it, I'm like, y'all have no fucking idea.
It's all right. You're adapted to the southern temperatures.
Yeah, I might be there dude, this is a beautiful fucking day.
We're also pussies when it comes to cold weather. So
I'll come to central Pennsylvania in the middle of December and January and
I've been to Pittsburgh a lot, and I was in Pittsburgh one time and there was a blizzard, and I was fucking baffled about how it was elbow deep in snow. I've never seen shit like this, and I was like, oh my God, no! Hey, we're gonna run across town to this girl's house and hang out, and I was like, we're gonna drive?
I don't know why people choose to live up there. So
dude, I was like, we're gonna drive in this shit? And they're like, yeah, what's the problem? And I was like, no, we're not driving. They're like, yeah, dude, trust us, we got it. And we fucking went riding an hour across town. But the thing is like it was cold. It was like 20 degrees, but there wasn't humidity like there is in Georgia. And it was like I was just wearing a hoodie and I felt fine.
No, see, there's a different. Okay, so
cold,
in the winter,
but it didn't hurt.
Now, okay, so
my fucking bones.
Okay, so the difference in northern cold. All right, so you can have snow and everything, and it'll be cold out. Now, if there's the wind chill factor, that's a whole different ballgame. That's a whole different.
I bet that would.
Like I like if it's snowing out and it's like mid-20s, 30s. I'm fine with like a t-shirt, hoodie, and like jeans or something, and it's not terrible. But like you get the wind chill factor in there, like that's whenever that's a game.
In Georgia, when it gets to 30 degrees and the fucking wind blows, it like cuts you. It fucking hurts.
See, that's like nice for so
fucking Rattlesnake survived a fucking apocalypse.
You're in like so for us if it's like in the 30-50 range, that's like hoodie and shorts type of weather out there.
Oh god.
That's a nice fall. That's a nice fall.
Yeah, and 88 is an extremely nice summer day. So that's like the most pristine day I've ever heard.
All right. Rolling into. Did you give us your good Rattlesnake?
You know what? I know it's gonna be lame, but
your good was the 88 degrees.
It sounds fucking magical. Okay. Yeah, no, it was between what y'all said was how good the race was, but I'm gonna lean more towards attendance. It's nice to see Pocono look fucking sold out and packed. I love seeing that. So good for me was the attendance.
All right.
Yep.
My bad of the weekend. It's gonna be
80. That's not true. There's no way that's real.
What is it? What is that supposed to be?
With wind chill, with the wind chill. Okay. That I was like, you can't survive in negative 80 degrees. Okay, go on.
My bad is going to be those like 6 yellows in a row in stage 2 where we spent like an hour watching caution laps. And I know like it's just like, these cars are drive, but dude, like after the 6th spin out and like something just weird happening, I was like, dude, can we just get to racing? Like, let's get this thing underway. Like, let's go. People kept spinning. Yeah. Denny spun out, the 77, fucking Corey LaJoy spun out. It was like, all right, guys, let's get it together.
Yeah, I agree. My bad. There was only 400 miles in the race. I feel like if NASCAR is going to give Pocono one date, let's just make it 500 miles again. You know how fun of a strategy race that would be?
This just came in.
Same exact time. It popped up at the same time you said it.
That's hilarious.
You wish it was 500 miles.
I kind of do wish it was 500 miles.
I know the race was a good length. It was appropriate. But I wasn't there. You're up there.
I mean, if you're up there, you're watching this race unfold, you're like, oh, man, we only have 20 laps left to go. Like, that kind of sucked, you know? Like, I'll even say the same thing when I was at Martinsville for the night race, and it was only 400 laps. I was like, oh, man, the race is over almost.
Yeah, like, once you get to that, like, 50 to go, you're like, this is getting down to it.
Yeah. Like, I remember back in the day whenever it was 500 miles, and I enjoyed every 200 laps of it. And I'm like, you know, just think about it. You know, we all had those conversations about having stage cautions and everything. Like, just imagine a 500-mile old school Pocono race with no stage cautions or whatever. Just imagine the fuel strategies and stuff you would see in that race.
I'm still pro stage. I thought stages were fine. Did you like stages in this race?
I didn't mind it. I just
stages. I'm pro stages.
I'm fine with them. Like, it is what it is. I'm not really gonna complain about it. I just think it'd be kind of cool just nowadays, now that I'm older, to see a 500-mile race. Yeah, like I want to I was young and
that was gonna be my
as I am
point.
now.
Yeah, I mean, you say like you hate the stage, but like without them, yeah, I think they would have just been light years ahead. My bad. Yeah, that sucks, man. I hate going third, but it was the caution, the length of the cautions. Because I remember texting you, Dakota, and being like, it was like the second one, and we kind of joked about it, and I was like, all right, that's getting a little. And then by the third one, I was like, dude, what the fuck?
It was like the third yellow. We were like, all right, that's enough. And then like
fifth one, I was like, dude, what the fuck? It started as this like small joke where I was just kind of like, it's getting a little annoying now. No, it started with the first one. I said, you know what? I appreciate that these cars are hard to drive. And then immediately there was a second one. And I was like, okay, except, you know, that's not great, but whatever. And then by the third one, I was like, all right, dude, fuck this. Like, it was the weirdest transition. So, yeah. I don't want to say ugly because it's like it's not the worst thing, and I do like how hard the cars can be to drive, but it wasn't great.
I mean, speaking of third, taking me straight into my ugly of the race is giving the third place driver the fucking W. I am okay with disqualifying people. I just say, okay, well, they're disqualified. Nobody got the win. I've never really liked the all right, we'll just give the third place guy the win. I don't know. At that point, I'm just kind of like, hey, like nobody got first and second. Ugly as Kurt getting his bell rang. Yeah, that's another one, man. That sucks.
Yeah,
I hate it for Kurt.
Yeah, I think
it was a hard lit.
I don't want to like say too much about it yet. Like if it's the problem with the cars or I want to wait.
I saw somebody say he didn't even hit the wall hard. I was like, he fucking slammed the fucking wall.
Yeah, no, he did. But
I said like when I was watching qualifying, I was like, oh damn, that was a smack.
Yeah. All right, Jared, what you got for ugly?
Ugly, I would just say like
face.
not blaming. We're not going to get into the blaming the car or anything. It just sucks seeing all the hard hits that we saw, like Kurt Busch's wreck, Josh Bilicki hitting the wall, Ryan Blaney on the front stretch.
How about Jeb Burton?
Yeah, there's a lot of ugly crashes this week.
Were you at next? Oh no, you went to the dirt track, didn't you?
I went to Williams Grove on Saturday and sat through a 2-hour wind delay.
Wow, that's pathetic.
Wind.
That's pathetic.
It was funny. They were telling us on the speaker, like, fans, we were going to be on a wind delay right now. And I'm like, never. It didn't rain like once when I was there. It was like sprinkled a bit, but it was just all wind. And they were like, yeah, we'll
it's
keep
because their cars have wings and they can fly away.
Yeah, literally.
Get a big gust of wind.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my ugly. Just all the hard crashes that we saw.
My ugly is going to be Ross's response to getting fucking his day ended. I'm just happy I'm not a Ross fan. This is how frustrated I am with Ross Chastain not being a fan of his. Can you imagine if I was a fan? I would be losing it. I'd be like burning my shirt right now. And I'd be like, well, I guess I'm a Denny Hamlin fan now because I just got cucked by my driver.
I like Ross, and I was kind of, like teetering with him being one of my guys. And I'm kind of like, yeah, the more it just goes on, the more I'm like, yeah, fuck that.
It makes me like Denny more than anything. I'm like,
I fucking love Denny. I think
he's not going to do anything bad.
Denny doesn't get the appreciation he deserves. Like when Denny's gone, I think we're going to be like, wow, like we didn't deserve him.
Do you think he won't be gone now?
No, he'll be the sport forever owner and stuff. I just meant like when he's done, when he hangs it up, we're gonna be like, wow, I didn't give that guy the appreciation he deserved.
Maybe. I think if anything, he'll be even better as an owner because he'll still be tweeting and in the media, which is like the best part about Denny is he'll just be fucking tweeting shit.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing. It's like, Stuart Haas is like, how often do you see Tony Stewart? Like once in a blue moon, they show him on TV, and
he doesn't care about NASCAR.
I don't think I think he's like, yeah, I mean, I put my name on it, but like,
you know where he's at now?
He's banging chicks at the drag races.
Drag racing.
He has a wife. First of all,
sorry. Well,
he's banging his wife at the drag races.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah, that's where he's at now, dude. NHRA, they'll show clips of him like on a Sunday during NASCAR race day, and he's like,
Kevin Harvick just wrecked. He's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he's like hanging out at the drag strip now. It's kind of cool.
Jesus.
Mark, you need to get off OnlyFans, man. I don't know what you've been watching. Like racing wives on OnlyFans.
Mark keeps it real, dude.
I mean, Mark, just so you know, I got to eat dinner next to her at an event, and
slide a finger down the crack of that. Damn it, dude.
All right, that's our good band, dog. Okay,
yeah.
Race
so go straight into race rating. Oh God, I don't have nothing to look back on. I am gonna roll. I think the whole disqualification thing kind of puts a sour taste in my mouth with this race because I really enjoyed the race up until then.
By the way, you know what? We've talked about it a lot. Before we move on, how do we feel about the DQ?
About them cheating?
Just about the whole thing.
I think that I saw people like, how dare they cheat? It was like, you don't think 20 of these fucking cars are cheated up? I was like, I feel bad they got caught. And also I saw it was like some little fucking tape. It was very smart on their behalf. However, it was like, it sucks you got caught, man. Shit happens. I would have loved to seen the rest of the top 10 get fucking broken and torn down. I don't like the DQ, but I do like NASCAR being like, motherfucker, we got you. You know, like instead they could have let it slide. However, I don't like, oh, fuck you, it's over. I remember when Joe Logano got caught cheating at Richmond and they took his points away, but still gave him the win.
Yeah.
I liked that better than this. And then he didn't make the playoffs. That was the whole thing. They took away, he won.
Right.
They took away his points. They gave him the win, gave him no points for it, and then he missed the playoffs. It was fucking wild. But I like that. Like, Denny won the race, but it was awarded no playoff points, awarded no first place points. Like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
Chase
think that would
third place points.
Yeah. I think it's funny that NASCAR is like one of the only sports where we can celebrate a winner, interview them, do all the post-race festivities, only to find out like after the broadcast is over.
We just wasted an hour doing all that shit.
Now think about it. There might be some people out in the world that won't even find out until next week when they tune in. They're like, "Oh, I thought Denny Hamlin won," and then
they probably still don't know.
Yeah, so I feel like that's probably the better alternative, especially like this soon. I feel like if you're gonna just disqualify, I feel like you at least need to do some more research on that before you actually do that, rather than just be like, oh, we don't really 100% know what all this is. I know it's something illegal, but yeah, let's just disqualify him. I feel like you need to just give him the win and just dock him a bunch of points, playoff points, or however you want to do it.
Would you have felt any different if this would have came out Wednesday and not an hour after the race?
Yeah. I feel like they just
like today they were discovered.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot better just because at least there was some time rather than like jumping the gun on something. Because like now that I know it's not going to get overturned, but since this is like an appealable penalty, like what happens if for some reason in some alternate universe it does get overturned, and look how bad that's going to make them look, rather than if you waited a couple days to see what actually happened. Like that's just going to show that they're going to rush everything on.
Yeah, but I think you could make the argument that it was like if we waited until Tuesday or Wednesday, people would be like, well, why couldn't you have said it sooner?
Mm-hmm.
I think, speaking of alternate universes, is what if Bubba Wallace would have been third and they gave him the fucking win? I was like, dude, it would have been a fucking.
So this is the thing. Yeah, I actually like that they're being strict. They said going into the season, hey, we're going to be fucking strict. We're not
reminds me
around.
of the Brad K, like when they punched him in the gut. It's
well,
like,
and we all said from the get-go, okay, we like that. We want y'all to be strict from now on. Like, we don't want the best teams to get away with cheating.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't heard more. Like, yeah, you're getting $100,000 fine, crew chief's gone, you're fucking deducting point. Like, I guess taking the win away is a big hit in itself.
Right.
Just kind of surprised it's not more strict.
So I don't know. I feel weird like complaining because this is what we were asking for.
What we wanted for it, but we didn't say give Chase a win.
And so what would have been really crazy is somebody like Bubba, somebody that's outside the playoffs, and they would have given a win, that I would have not been okay with. You know what I mean? Like if that win would have got somebody into the playoffs, I would.
Yeah, that would have been ugly. That would have been really ugly.
Yeah, I would
just like the Kevin Harvick thing. A lot of people like messaged me and be like, dude, I hate it. Kevin could have got the win if he didn't get in that wreck. And I was like, I'd rather Kevin get in that wreck than get handed a win like that. I'd rather Chase win. Chase already had 3 wins. This is just a 4th. He's already locked up.
I agree.
I don't want to see Bubba in his mouth and all this shit and get handed another win. Yes, I know he won Dega. Is like I was just getting handed one like that. I was like, this would have just hurt Bubba's fucking identity even more.
Now, do you guys see any more further penalties coming out? Like after they take it to R&D, like do you see like an L3 type of penalty or point stock or fines or anything? Or do you think this is probably going to be it with it? Like they just disqualified him and that's
I don't think they do. I think they let this fly. If anything, I could see maybe like a monetary fine. But I think they let this like that be the biggest hit. Y'all just got last place points. And then if they get caught again or something, then I could see maybe some. I mean, I don't really know the process here. But if they got like caught again cheating in a couple weeks, then they're like, all right, motherfucker, that's it.
Yeah. All right, race rating.
Race rating. What did I give last week? New Hampshire,
we both gave a 7-8.
I'm giving Pocono a 7-3.
Ooh, 7-3.
Yep.
That's really close to what I was thinking. I'm going 7-2.
I don't even remember my previous other ones.
Yep, I'm gonna go 7-2.
I'm gonna go
Right.
8-4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No,
I thought it was really good. I was there.
8-4.
You were also there.
I was there. The
Yeah.
fan experience was awesome. The crowd was awesome.
Okay.
Okay. I respect it.
Yeah, look, it was a good race. No complaints other than the finish, obviously. But the actual race, it was good.
I thought the race was good, man. I really liked it.
Like I was saying earlier, it was nice. It was nice.
Pocono staying right here on the schedule.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it was just nice seeing a race where I wasn't 100% sure who was actually going to win.
Yeah.
As there was all the comers and goers, so that's plus it's like one of those.
Well, I mean, I don't think any of us saw who was going to win.
Well, the first
Considering
half,
the third place guy fucking won.
Even after the race was over.
Yeah,
here's
exactly.
another one. Is Chase didn't lead a single fucking lap, and it was like the guy that never led a fucking lap won the race. It's like, dude, god dang.
Now
Dominating
I
performance.
appreciate Chase for saying like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was like, I don't
it.
want it. He can keep the trophy. He
Right.
won. Yeah. I was like, the coolest thing Chase could have said.
I was like, that's what a winner says. Like, I respect the fuck out of that. He's like, that's not a win. Like, I didn't fucking win. You know, that's if I'm a fan, like that's what I want my driver.
He was like, I got my ass kicked.
Right. That's what you want to hear from your driver. Because then you're like, okay, he has the right mentality. Like he wants to fucking go out.
And that's the thing. He sit there and said that, like, I didn't win. And his fans are like, yeah, bitch. That's what Chase Elliott does. Give me my coat. It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, your buddy Vince cracks me up.
Vince is a legend.
He's one of the funniest fucking.
He is so I can't wait for you to meet him.
When that girl keeps sucking at your done. Like,
dude, Vince is a real
dude. I died laughing. I retweeted that actually. That was fucking gold.
I fucking love Vince.
All right,
but dude, oh man, that is gonna do it for Pocono. Can't wait to come back next year. We got to come up there and see you, Jared. I want to see the Poconos. We got some fucking hot gossip to break down before we get this thing wrapped up. NASCAR totally announced last week. Is it just me or is it weird how like news comes out and it's so fucking huge, and 2 days later something comes out and it's fucking huge, and that's old news now, and this is the new news. Like nobody's talking about street course racing anymore. They're talking about Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, because NASCAR wants us to forget that they fucking are doing this.
Yeah, so they announced that. I mean, we all knew it was coming. We bitched about it. And this land is.
That's the fucking siren. It's the worst thing ever.
This land is their land. NASCAR finally made it official that we're going street coursing in the war battlegrounds of Chicago.
The streets.
And the streets of Chicago. I think we've been pretty adamant about how we didn't want another fucking road course, and we definitely didn't want to go street racing. So this is a 2 thumbs down for me. I mean, we knew it was coming. There's nothing we can do about it. I just know that July 4th weekend, I will have this weekend off from NASCAR, and I am okay if NASCAR wants to go do this. They want to go spend their money and go there. People of Chicago, y'all come out and watch. My ass is going to go grill out, drink beer, and go swimming. I don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah. I think it's more of a money grab for the sport rather than pleasing the like fans like us.
We're bringing the sport to the fans. It's like, we ain't in the fucking streets of Chicago, dude.
Yeah. Did you see the prices that they put out?
Tell me you're trying to be F1 without telling me you're trying to be F1.
Yeah. They're doing these like club suite stuff. I don't even know where to start on this one. I'm like so frustrated.
I'm so frustrated, but I'm like, well, what am I going to do about it? There's nothing I can do. You know what I can do is not fucking watch it.
Look, it's not for you. If you're listening to this podcast, I promise this race isn't for you. They don't care. This race is not for you. It's for the new fans, which doesn't exist, by the way. It's a make-believe thing.
Gonna take? Yeah,
it's a make-believe thing that doesn't exist. You're not creating new fans by going to downtown Chicago. It's fucking dumb. What they're doing is all the sponsors and the corporate, they're all gonna get invited to come to this one fucking stupid race. Here's the thing: the track layout looks garbage. I don't care what you say. If you're like, no, we need more road courses. We should go to downtowns of major cities for street racing. All that aside. Look at that fucking course and tell me that that's going to produce good racing. for stock cars. It won't. It looks terrible. It's going to be a bad race. Fans aren't going to like it. It's just the whole thing is so goddamn stupid.
Yeah,
I think it's funny how we keep rotating 4th of July. They're like, Brickyard, new 4th of July tradition. Oh, Road America, new 4th of July tradition. Oh, we got a street course, new 4th of July tradition.
That's the thing is like I didn't care for Road America, but at least people showed the fuck up. Like they had a whole fan base there. The place was fucking packed. So I hate it for those people. Like it is what it is.
This move has never made the NASCAR fan base love Road America more than by them leaving Road America.
Yeah.
Because the fans that love Road America are pissed, and the fans that didn't really care about Road America are also pissed. And we're like, no, we'd rather fucking have Road America back.
Yeah,
we'll go back there.
The racing fans, I've seen people say they're excited for it. I'm not excited for it. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Y'all go do it. I'm not going. I've been saying this for a long time. I was never for taking the Brickyard 400 away. I fucking love the Brickyard 400. I was not a fan of it being 4th of July weekend either. But God, why are we racing any road course? I have no fucking idea. This is the biggest waste of time, money, and everybody's fucking resources. I would love to see this next gen car on the oval of Brickyard. Like, I think that would be fucking money.
Yeah, if you thought Pocono was good,
yeah, Brickyard would be fucking awesome.
Is it an oval though?
Okay, rectangle, whatever you want. Put it on the big track. I don't know why we're going to Indy Road Course. And what really bothers me is I keep seeing we're going to the Brickyard, and I'm like, no, just scrap all that. This ain't the Brickyard. This is
right.
bullshit.
That also actually bugs me when they say that.
Yeah, we're gonna kiss the bricks. No, don't you dare kiss some fucking bricks. This ain't the Brickyard.
Right.
It's just trash, dude.
And then the people that like will defend this no matter what because it's NASCAR and so they love it, right? It's just that probably irritates me more than anything because I know when I see drivers and sponsors and teams be like, we're so excited about Chicago and blah blah. I know they're getting paid to say shit. Like I know that they have to say these
Junior things. Was like, this is going to be exciting. I was like, Junior, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Look, they work in that industry. They work for this company.
Corey LaJoy was like, everybody's excited about it. I was like,
no one's excited.
Who the fuck is everybody?
But I don't care that they say those things because I'm not dumb enough to think that everything they say is what they truly believe. They all happen to say it that day. They're like, we're so excited about Chicago. Like, can't wait.
Let's see what Bubba Wallace thinks.
Right. Like, whatever.
Tell me you're not pandering by inviting Bubba Wallace to do the fucking debut fucking media day for the Chicago street course.
But on top of that, really the thing that annoys me the most is the fans that will defend any decision NASCAR makes, even when it's a bad decision and it's not for you. Yeah. Like that, we
know who they are.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It just seems like a terrible idea all around. Yeah, but it's not the worst idea they've had.
Well, and they signed a 3-year deal. They signed a 3-year deal. Like this is going to be around.
Jesus. And also, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but do you remember their mayor, Lori Lightfoot, initially was like, I have concerns about this because it will make, illegal street racing a problem in our city.
They're going to be drifting in the streets.
And then like a week later, she was like up there cutting ribbons with NASCAR. I said it when she said that thing back at the beginning was she just wasn't paid off enough yet.
Yeah. Hey,
and then literally like a week later, she's like cutting ribbons and she's like, I love NASCAR. I'm like, yeah, that's a politician getting fucking bribed.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't. They already got fucking commercials for it during the Pocono race. It was like, NASCAR's coming. And I was like, who gives a shit?
NASCAR fans don't.
No, yeah. Go to Predator Drive-Bys.
But, yeah, I mean.
Not to mention, Chicago's a shithole.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, here's the deal. I'll say this. Chicago is the most dangerous city in America. That's a fact. They have the most homicides in America. But look, they're driving in downtown. It's not like a dangerous area where they're going. That being said, that doesn't mean there's not really bad areas in the city that people visiting, for a race could run into. So it's not like a safe city. Like it's a lot more dangerous going to Chicago than it is going to Nashville.
Yeah. Like one thing that was always on my bucket list was I always wanted to go to the Brickyard 400. And I literally had it like in my head in the next couple of years. I was going to sack up and drive to Indianapolis and go to the Brickyard 400. You know, one thing I've never, ever wanted to do in my fucking life is pack up my truck and drive to Chicago and watch a street course.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I'm not appealing to all fans, but it's like that's something I always wanted to do in my life.
But
Now I don't get to do it.
The difference between you and everyone else is you're actually a NASCAR fan.
Yeah.
So the NASCAR probably should be concerned about what you want to watch,
Yeah.
but the problem is I don't think they are.
I'd rather watch them build a track in a fucking football field in LA than watch this fucking street course.
But the craziest thing is I don't even think this is the craziest announcement they made within that same week.
Yeah, this other thing we're about to bring up, I'm fucking ill about.
I mean, game changer.
Yeah.
In the week, they say, hey, we're going to Chicago for a street race on 4th of July, you motherfuckers, and you're going to like it. Also,
shut up and drink the Kool-Aid.
Also, you stupid fucking redneck.
Yeah.
How do you like electric vehicles?
Yeah.
Do you want a vacuum for a race car?
You like your Honda generator, bitch? Well, now we're going to put that in a fucking race car.
Do you want a Chevy electric Cruze? No more Camaro.
No more loud exhaust. We're gonna get rid of that. We're actually gonna implement fucking speakers of actual car sounds in this fucking stadium, and all the cars will be electric.
Toyota Camry? How about a Toyota Prius? You stupid son of a bitch.
so NASCAR said they're gonna come up with some Snickle Fritz series of electric vehicles debuting at the Coliseum next year. Pick me up the way to go. I'll go to any with you. Thank you. We will do that one day. Yeah.
Nah, you can't put 28.
Electric's coming. They tease it with a fucking supplement series. It's bullshit. It's like, hey, lick it before you stamp it. We're gonna it's coming to all the series. And I think it's just a gateway drug. I think they're going to move this straight into Xfinity and fucking Cup. And I honestly think this is like the fucking start of a tumor in my fucking NASCAR fan career.
Well, and I said, what was this? At least a year ago, I think it was an episode when we had a bunch of us on, and I wanted all of us to go around and say, what's the line that you draw in the sand that when they cross this line, you're done with the sport? I can't remember what we all said now. I remember what I said, and I will always say
I remember you saying it.
I'll always say it. When they take it electric, I'm done. I will find another racing series. I mean, Jared, yeah, exactly. You can attest. Fucking dirt racing's dope, and they have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The culture there is awesome. The community's great. They have really talented drivers. I mean, you watch Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman go out and not win a fucking race. Do you know
where all the old NASCAR fans went?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, there's other great racing out there in America, in the Southeast, that I can enjoy. It doesn't have to be NASCAR. I prefer it be NASCAR if you can't fucking tell, right? Like, that's obviously what I want to watch. But the second it goes electric, I'm done. I'm checked out.
Yeah, I don't know where this leads us in the next couple of years, but it's a sore taste. It's like, why? Why are we doing this? What is the point? I don't want to hear going green. I don't want to hear fucking that's the way the future's headed. So shut up and like it. Because that's all I saw over Twitter was people were like, oh, cool. And then I saw like, oh, well, it's inevitable. So you might as well just fucking watch it. It was like, no, that's not how fucking society works. That's not how you should deal with anything.
Well, yeah. The best argument is the one I kept getting into people with when they were like, well, this is just how it works. The manufacturers want it, so it has to happen. And I was like, well, no, it doesn't.
Did you see all the gifs I kept posting?
We could just listen to the fans and see what the fans want. And they're like, the fans don't matter. It's what the manufacturers want. And I was like, well, we matter when we stop watching.
Yeah, when we stop spending money, none of this
I don't know
matters
what,
at all.
like, people are so fucking backwards in their way of thinking. It's insane. I don't know. Maybe it's like a generational thing, or it's just the wildest thing, getting in an argument with somebody where they're like so determined. They're like, the fan opinion doesn't matter. It's the manufacturer's opinions that matter. And I just don't understand that argument at all. Like, first of all, the manufacturer opinion doesn't matter because we'll turn off the TV and there's no more money to be made. On top of that, if they really piss me off, I'll just boycott that company forever and never fucking buy anything from them. Like, I don't know what people are talking about.
I don't
companies
know.
only exist because we have money.
I just don't see this being a fucking win for the sport. Like, it seems like it's like hey, don't take a right, and they're taking a fucking right, and it's like, what are they doing? Like, some kids said they couldn't wait to see this shit. Some kids don't know how electricity works. Some people don't know. I mean, some people don't understand how fucking stupid this is. I like fast, loud race cars. I don't like fucking racing lawnmowers.
I don't care if that makes me a stupid, dumb redneck.
Yeah, dude, it really bugs me. This one I'd rather watch a street course than watch electric cars race.
Yeah, I don't want to watch either.
Yeah, I think it's funny because NASCAR has been known to hint at little things like this, like the numbers moving or the street course before. They'll tease us with these little things.
I think it means it's coming.
Yeah, so I think we all have to agree that it's like what Dakota said earlier. It's definitely gonna happen. It's probably gonna be Xfinity's first. Did you guys see the rumor of them doing the electric SUV series in the Xfinity?
Yeah, I keep hearing that, and I'm like, okay, was that a joke? And then I keep seeing no, they're talking about a fucking hatchback series. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not. What are we doing? What the
electric? Yeah, so
what does it matter at this point?
Yeah, honestly,
throw out SUVs, throw out fucking tractors. I don't care. It's electric. It really, at this point, I don't care. We've moved past what we're racing, and it's just all electric to me now. My only hope is that they do go. I mean, I don't hope they take over Xfinity. I'd hate for them too. My hope is that if they take over Xfinity, they see everybody turn off the TVs. It needs more than one season because it'll get hype in one season. They'll talk about how it's doing great numbers and, it's incredible. But then one more season, I guarantee all those numbers drop off. And maybe they realize, okay, this is a really bad move. We need to pull this back. And they just don't touch the Cup. We finally have a good car in Cup. Don't fucking mess with it, man.
Yeah.
Fans are enjoying what we have right now. Don't touch it.
I've been saying that for the last decade. Why do we have to keep changing it? Why can't we just race the same points, the same tracks, the same cars for 5 years? Hey, in 2030, we're going to get it, we're going to change it up. I'm okay with that. Why
diesel truck series? I'm not against.
That would be badass.
Yeah, I'd fucking love to hear this.
Does every season something have to change, and each year the rules are different than the last? It's what the fuck? It's a lot to keep up with. And I mean, us being fucking nuts and keeping up with it, yeah, but for your average viewer, I can see why people are confused.
Well, and what was that that meme that we were tweeting back and forth with? They're talking about let me get this straight. NASCAR fans asked for
NASCAR fans asked for change, and then NASCAR fans when they get
and I was when have we asked for change?
I don't know. I said leave it alone.
This is this weird argument that people like to throw out. It's a straw man essentially.
It's the little woke kids.
It's this straw man argument they always throw out. Where they go, oh well, NASCAR fans have been asking for change, and now when they get change, this is how they react. And it's no, let's take a couple steps back here. What fucking change were we asking for?
Jesus.
I've been a fan for a while. I don't remember asking for this.
Yeah, I didn't ask.
I don't remember anybody asking for this.
I was totally content in 2014.
Right.
I was even good in 2018, honestly.
Yeah, I loved the 2018 package. I thought it was fine. Everybody complained that the gaps were too big. The cars are too far apart.
I mean, I was excited that they were gonna come out with a next generation car.
Yeah.
I don't mind them updating the cars. That's fine.
I understand that.
You want to update it, be more modern. That's cool. You don't.
But when they went, you remember this? We talked about in the group message. We're going to the 550 because that's what our EOMs or new EOMs want. It's so where are they? They never came. So we raced for 3 years with a stupid package that was supposed to bring on new manufacturers that never came. What? Why did we do that?
Here's what's going to happen. They say that we have to go electric to appease the manufacturers, right? Yeah. This is what's going to happen. They go all electric. Let's say they take Cup electric. Every single fucking fan's going to turn their TV off. And then guess what? Those same manufacturers are pulling out of NASCAR immediately because nobody's watching. And they go, why does this matter? Nobody cares about it. No one's watching. We don't need to do this anymore. This is just a waste of money. And they're well, development. Those manufacturers can develop their own vehicles without a racing series. They don't need NASCAR to develop things. Yeah. Fuck the manufacturers. Fuck all of them. Fuck every single manufacturer. That would be my whole outlet. I'd say if y'all want to be part of this, you can, but we're not changing our shit for you.
Yep.
Like, we do shit for fans here. If you want to be part of it, you can. We're not fucking doing anything around your business model.
Yeah. And that's when Chairgatin becomes a fucking dirt track show or
Honestly.
a movie review podcast.
Yeah. I still think there, well, probably a hybrid of both. I still think there is money to be made in a stock car series outside of NASCAR. I think somebody could do it. I know SRX is trying, but like, it's possible. If NASCAR starts going down this electric thing, the Chairgatin Racing Series is gonna fucking
take off.
That's what we're gonna do.
Hell yeah!
I'll sponsor you.
Thank you. Well, sponsorships start at $500,000.
All right.
Jesus.
Make it $2 million. Whenever I win the Powerball, or
Jared,
Mega Millions.
You've been on like everybody's fucking podcast. What have you been up to? Like, do you have a home? Do you just jump on everybody's shows?
I'll just buy.
You've been dirt tracking your little balls off?
You just grow mustaches and go to dirt tracks?
Yep. Work in a prison and call it a day.
Wait, you work in a prison?
Yeah, I do actually. We can talk about that after not live.
Whoa! Holy shit, this changes everything. I can't wait to end this episode. I want to talk about you working in a prison. God damn. That's badass. Now I understand the mustache.
Yeah, it's a culture thing.
All right, well, Jared, you want to give any kind of plugs? I know that you do a lot of graphic work, do a lot of photography at dirt tracks. Go for it.
Just keep following me. You can see at PKJared9. Just follow the Twitter, and you can see the sneak peek of all the collection that I have that has been growing. And so, yeah, definitely just keep up with that PKJared9. Well, I'll give you all the worst possible takes out there, and like it or don't like it, whatever you choose to do, follow me.
Well, Jared, that's awesome. Go follow Jared. We got 2 questions for you before we get off here. One is, what, as a NASCAR fan, you said 2007, that comes to mind, is what was you in your fucking fan base lifespan, what was your favorite year of NASCAR? What year takes you back?
2007.
Was that the one? Why?
The last year of the old Gen 4 at that point?
Sister?
Yeah, that was the last year I got to see that.
So
all the paint scheme. If you go to J-Ski and just look at the 2007 paint scheme chart.
Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick's Pennzoil, the 20. Oh God, even the 48.
Beautiful cars, and even like the whole 2007 season, you just saw so many cool things happen. I still remember it today. You got Martin Truex Jr.'s first win. You got the Kevin Harvick Montoya fight.
Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin Daytona 500.
Yeah, the Jamie McMurray, Kyle Busch, Daytona July.
Yeah, I was at that race.
That's awesome. There's just so much that happened in that year. That was Dale Jr. announces he's leaving DEI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was a big season.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was packed.
The car tomorrow's first race.
Yep.
Yeah. So like 07, they did like
the part time. They did like the short tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just 2007 was just like, I'm glad I got into. That was the first full year I actually followed NASCAR, like start to finish. I'd be watching practice qualifying Friday, Saturday, be watching the Busch series. Like it was awesome. Like I think my favorite actually was probably, I guess you were there. Did you go to the Busch race the morning of before the 400?
No, with Tony Stewart won.
No, it was 2007. Kyle Busch won the date. The Busch Series race got postponed Friday.
Yeah, the race that day. Me and my dad were headed down, and we were listening to it on the radio, driving down to Daytona to go to the Cup race.
Yeah, because I remember the whole storyline. It's like, Kyle Busch could win 2 races in one day, and I'm like, as a 10-year-old kid, I'm like, wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. I hope he wins.
And he almost fucking did.
Yeah, and I got to see my first like NASCAR race that year. And it was awesome.
It looked ever
nice.
Second race, we kind of mentioned it earlier in the episode, or it may have been off air. I don't even remember. But where can we find you at? What track are you going to next?
Also, stand up and show that shirt off.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I forgot you were wearing that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fuck yeah. Starting to make a lot of sense now. 9/11.
Does. All right, so for me, the next race I will be at, I think I'm taking next weekend off. There's no really close races, and I have some stuff going on this weekend. August, I got Michigan coming up on the 7th. Me and a fellow LTC member might possibly be there.
Hot gossip. Go over and watch your show. You might hear some hints.
Definitely. The weekend after that is the Knoxville Nationals, so I will not be going out. I will be watching that. I think the next actual dirt race I'll be at will be with the All-Star Circuit of Champions at Utica, Rome, and Weedsport on the 20th and 21st
Damn,
of
dude.
August.
You got it lined up.
I have my whole summer and fall set up right now. Like, I have it all written down.
Hell yeah, man.
But follow here. You can see me post random pictures of me holding an Os energy drink from mostly almost every
You're
day.
always seeing NASCAR drivers in the pits and shit. That's always tight.
Oh, yeah.
what's your favorite dirt track?
After going to in Pennsylvania, probably Port Royal.
Just in general, do you have a favorite one?
I just went to the King's Royal, and that was actually super hard. Like, that's going to be hard to top. But
Okay.
I as a Pennsylvanian sprint car fan, I kind of have to be a big Pennsylvania Speedway.
Dude, all the dirt tracks
fan.
are like the sickest fucking names. They sound like fucking hell track.
And yeah, they're
shit.
always in cool like little towns. Like they're fucking
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. I was just at Williams Grove, and it's basically Martinsville on dirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was I got to see
Well,
that this
unfortunately, the
weekend.
Chili Bowl, this year technically, probably won't be as good, but you got to make it to that sometime.
Eventually, Knoxville's on the list for next year. Chili Bowl's on the list.
Well,
There's-
unless they start paying people more, they're not going to
I
get
have
the drivers.
I have a lot of now that I've discovered this. I have a lot of tracks that I need to go visit now, and it's starting to consume a lot of my weekends.
Gateway Dirt National, St. Louis.
Yeah, that's a possibility also.
I went to the dirt track at Talladega once.
Yeah, I went with you.
Hell yeah, man. Well, oh yeah, by the way, we're going Indy Road Course racing. I don't even think we have picks because we don't give a shit.
We don't care.
Indy Road Course this weekend. Steven, I like your picks there. I don't give a shit. I don't care who wins.
Yep, Steven, we all agree. Those are our picks now.
Those are our picks right there.
Thanks,
is Truex is and
none of the picks will matter. We'll have to wait a couple hours after the race anyways to make sure that person won. So
whoever wins, I'm sorry,
everyone
Jared,
hold your breath.
we didn't give you any picks because we didn't care about any road course, but we actually talked extra long too, so that's awesome. But
depending on where Chase Elliott finishes is how many people are going to get DQ'd.
So it depends where Chase Elliott finishes on what happens to the end of this race. But fuck yeah, we're going to Indy. I hate that it's on the road course, but enjoy the race this weekend, and we might have an episode next week. We don't even fucking know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ain't gonna be much to talk about.
Quick shout out, obviously brought to you by Utes.
Oh.
Utesofficial.com. 10% off.
10%
Discount
off.
code Chairgatin. Get all these fucking. Jared has them and he wears them all the time.
Yeah.
One
Jared,
good
you'll see badass seats.
His only good excuse was they were in his truck, which is actually a really good excuse because it's like, okay, so he's wearing them out.
Yeah, he wears them all the time, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that bad motherfucker.
Oh, you do look like a bad motherfucker. You look like you work in a prison and you're also a softball coach.
Dude, fucking R.I.P. Dalton Good and his dreams and his little red M&M.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Maybe we'll see y'all next week.
Jared, we'll holler after the show.
Yep.
Peace.